We are at ground zero in Baramati. This is one of the most watched battles, not just nationally but internationally. And I have with me the man who is at the center of this entire battle of Baramati. As we have been trailing Supriya Sule, as we have been talking to Rohit Pawar, we are here with Sharad Pawar himself, the national president of NCP, Sharad Chandra Pawar Group. Sir, as a journalist who has covered elections for 3 terms at least, we had never thought that we would come and cover this election in this way, where we are seeing a vertical split within your own party. Is it a split in the party? Is it a split in the family? And how do you see this unprecedented political battle in Maharashtra?
There is a division in our party. Last election we contested, Vidhan Sabha or Lok Sabha. If you just try to collect information about Baramati block, here, as usual, voters, people, they overwhelmingly supported NCP. The NCP, which was led by me, NCP, whose founder was me, and NCP, whose symbol was Ghadi, watch. We succeeded to get hardly 4 seats in Lok Sabha and something 54 or 56 Vidhan Sabha. Situation at the state level was such, no party was able to form government. And that's why we ultimately associated and supported with an organization headed by Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. We succeeded to form government.
Yes, but there are...
Along with Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. Unfortunately, after some time, practically after 2 years, one section from Shiv Sena mainly, Uddhav Thackeray, led by Mr. Shinde, who happens to be the CM today, they have taken different decisions. They disassociated from Mr. Thackeray and they associated with BJP and successfully formed a government. Our colleagues were not for that time. But after some time, after a few months, some of our colleagues who got elected on NCP symbol, they took a decision to join BJP and some of our colleagues, they decided to re-join. In fact, some of them met me and they explained what is the circumstances and why they are taking this decision. There are certain agencies like ED, CBI and others, certain forces in government of India were trying to use against certain political leaders with the intention that they should leave their association with people like us and should join with our support Modi and Modi government. So some of our colleagues, senior colleagues, they were telling us there is no choice. They are going to take extreme action against us. So let us take a basic decision to join with BJP and get free from this trouble. Which I was not in position to subscribe. Ultimately, they have taken decision to leave us, desert us, take certain number of families in fees, and form a different group with the association with BJP. And they have done this.
But the group has your party symbol, your party name, the party which you formed with your own nephew, who, you know, everybody that we travel in Baramati says that Sahibanni Ajit Pavaranna मोठं केलं. So when your own nephew goes and stands against you, does that hurt? How do you see your own party being taken away from you, the symbol taken away from you?
The symbol, in fact, that decision is taken by Election Commission. That is a wrong decision. That matter is in the Supreme Court. It's a subsidiary matter. That's why I'm not saying too much. But that decision is also manifested by Election Commission. And as I said, that matter is pending in the court. Let us see what happens. Now, question about whether my nephew or person who was very close to me, like Praful Patel or few others, they were practically worried about certain actions. And now you can see, now take the case of Praful Patel. He lives in Mumbai, in Waray area. He had a nice house. Now that house, sizable area of the house possession is taken by ED. ED has established their own office there in his own building. And he was showing us that this is happening. So this happened. And that's why ultimately some of them took conscious decision to disassociate from us and let us accept Modi and his colleagues' leadership. And they joined. This is mainly because of these various agencies were used against them.
You're saying both Ajit Pawar and Praful Patel left you because of the pressure of the agency, not otherwise.
Yeah, exactly, with that.
But sir, does it hurt the fact that, you know, particularly because with Ajit Pawar, it's not just a party leader, it's a family member, and it's not just in Maharashtra, but in the entire country, people are talking about how the entire family stands split because of this.
This is a family, I don't say the split is the correct word. We have a big family. We have 7 brothers. Now surviving few, but 7 brothers, 4 sisters. Our brothers, children, next generation, now they are also now quite active, they are in business. So except one family, Mr. Ajit Pawar, Mr. and Mrs. Pawar, and his 2 kids. Each and every member of the family doesn't subscribe this view, and they don't suffer. Now here in the election, everybody is working against them.
Does it hurt you?
No, definitely, I cannot say hurt, but it was a wrong decision taken by some of my family members. I do feel they have gone on the wrong way. And today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, don't know when, but certain people might take strong actions against all these people. As I said, Mr. Praful Patel's house is taken over by ED. What do you mean by that? When ED installed their office there, what that shows? It's a clear cut. They can say today, we will save you. But I think after these elections and others, they can go to any extent, and unfortunately, some of our colleagues who left, they have to suffer.
So, right now the situation is in Baramati, which is a constituency which has been nurtured by the Pawars for decades, which you have represented for decades, is the constituency where your daughter-in-law stand against each other. Do you feel bad at the turn of the events, and how do you see this battle panning out? Because it's a high stakes battle.
Definitely, what happened is not correct. But in election is election. Here, the entire state government and part of central government, they are concentrating big way here.
You are saying the whole machinery has been put up
entire
here.
machinery. Then lots of people, businessmen, traders, are getting messages from certain section of the government and some threats to them. Why you are working for Sufiya Sule? If you will continue, you will happen this, that. Yesterday, only I met 4 people. They were running crushers, stone crusher, for many years. They were working for Sufiya Sule. So they have been called by some officers and told, stop this, otherwise we will take action. And they have some notices were sent to them, and their business was stopped. Ultimately, these people came and saw me. I told him, you work on them, don't lose your business. So they conveyed their willingness, and that notices were withdrawn. So this is happening every day somewhere in here.
This is a big thing you're talking about, sir, because we are seeing that even when election speeches are being made, there is an allusion to threat. There is an allusion to, the fact that if you do not vote for us, the funds will not come. So how do you see that, there's an open threat then?
Yeah, this is a creative misuse of the authority, which we never seen. Why I say misuse of the authority? Those who are making this type of statement, they are part of government. They are somebody in government, and they are making this statement. They are threatening. And that's why voters are quite worried. Let us see what ultimately happens. I honestly feel voters, they might keep among today, but when actually they will go to for the voting room, I think they will act properly, and they will teach lesson to these type of people who are trying to send threats.
Do you see it as the violation of the Model Code of Conduct?
It is clear. You see, when somebody is saying, if you don't do this, you will not get funds. What do you mean by that?
But the level of discourse is also coming down. So may it be the references to Draupadi, may it be, doctors being told that ask your patients personal questions. If they do not, if they are not going to vote for us, then do not treat them well. Is this forget that you said that this is a violation of Model Code of Conduct. Does this disturb you at an ethical level as well?
No, you see, this is happening. That's why what we are saying for a few days, the Modi government and their colleagues, they are going on different lines. As I mentioned in my speech also, today, that in Bangalore, one of the members of the Modi government, his name was Hegde, and in his speech, he said, we are eager to change constitution that will help Mr. Modi to take appropriate decision. So if they are publicly saying you want to change the constitution, that shows what exactly and which direction they want to go.
The change of constitution is something that several people are talking about. The opposition has also raised it several times. Do you think that this time on, the kind of mandate that the BJP is asking for, this is a real threat to the constitution, to the democracy itself?
Definitely, and that's why we are continuously saying it's a threat to the democracy and Indian constitution.
Do you think they'll change the constitution?
I will not say, I cannot say, but their intention, when in regular speech, one minister of BJP government openly says that we have to change the constitution. That shows. But now there is a reaction among the public at large. So last few days I saw the speeches of some of the BJP leaders. This is a wrong propaganda against us. We are not going to touch constitution because they realize the reaction.
But then, sir, Amit Shah comes to Maharashtra, questions you, asks you about your work, and then says that NCP was not split because of us, but it was split because of Sharad Pawar's Putri Prem.
My daughter is a member of parliament for the last 18 years. It's not today. So where the question of Putri came from? And secondly, she is an MP. We never forwarded any additional force to her. Ours is a small party. There were certain force to us. These forces are opportunities. We are giving to others. Mr. Praful Patel, he lost the election. We inducted in government, so he lost the election. Then Suryakanta Patil, she got ministership. Then Sangmar's daughter, she got ministership. Sophia doesn't got. The person who was taking decision was me. So I have not given these type of opportunities to Sophia. Though she is there for more than 6 terms. And I have given opportunity to others. So here the question comes of Putri. Question comes of Putri on merit. And that merit, just opportunity to contest election and keep excellent relation with constituency, which she is doing.
But what about the question that, you are being asked, आपने 10 साल क्या किया? शरद राव, आपने 10 साल क्या किया?
आपने अभी देखा, आते समय गांव में कहीं भी जाइए, कोई से विलेज में जाइए, महाराष्ट्र की कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर देखिए, शुगर सेक्टर देखिए, मिल्क सेक्टर देखिए, what is the contribution? Many education institution with the help of public at large has been set up. We have supported that. So I don't know whether they have any moral authority to ask, but they are asking.
So only one last question. Nationally, how do you see the entire mahal with India bloc, the continuous tussle between faces, Modi ke khilaf kaun, what are the issues? How do you see this Lok Sabha battle panning out? Will the India bloc able to stick together, and what is your prediction?
You see, after election, India bloc will consolidate their position. There will be definitely, there might be some problem here and there today, like in West Bengal, with the Mamata and CPM. But after the election, total thinking of entire leadership of India bloc to come together, work together, and provide viable alternative to public at large.
Thank you. So this was Sharad Pawar in an exclusive conversation with CNN News 18, predicting that the India bloc will put up a united front for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18. For all top headlines and updates, follow us on our social media platforms.